I'll be okay, I can dream the rest away. It's just a little touch of fate, it'll be okay. It sure takes its precious time, but it's got rights and so have I.
Hello and welcome back to 5 Ways to Die in Tekkit, the weekly show where we find 5 ways that you can die in a specific method inside the mod package of Tekkit. Last week we covered mining, this time we're covering power sources voted for by you in the comments of the last video. First thing we have up this week is electrocution by poorly insulated wires. A lot of people don't quite know this because there's a lot of rubber to add to things, but if you don't have enough rubber on your cables, then you will actually still end up being electrocuted. Of course, we can't really forget why we insulate the wires at all. Don't forget, your voltages can cause things to explode, and if you do cause your machines to explode using a too high voltage, you can die in the effort as well. The first in our ticking time bomb series for today is combustion engines with a lacking coolant system. Coolant systems are important when you're talking about things like combustion engines and indeed steam engines, although steam engines lack a coolant component. The average time when you are using fuel to power your combustion engines is 16 minutes and 40 seconds, up until absolute explosion. If you have this in the bottom of your base, this therefore creates a ticking time bomb, which you're going to have a very nasty surprise of eventually. Many people have tried to use coolant supplies that will refuel themselves in the process, such as an infinite water spring. However, such methods have been very prone to collapse and malfunction. Consequently, I personally prefer not to use the combustion engines and just use an energy link whenever I need to provide buildcraft power. On that note, having fixed up our basement a little bit this time, we have for number 4, radiation sickness. As you may have seen in Tekkit Reactor Safety number 2, also on my channel, a nuclear reactor at a certain temperature will begin damaging entities in the nearby vicinity. This includes you. The damage by itself is not particularly substantial, however it builds up over time, and if you're a complete idiot like the guy in this video, you may think it is just some random invisible mob running around your house. I pity that. And lastly, for number 5 this week, we have one of the all-time hallmarks of how to kill yourself in Tekkit, which is not abiding by reactor safety protocols when dealing with a nuclear reactor. In this particular example, he forgot to shut off the reactor permanently before he actually began tinkering with the temperature control system. Post suggestions in the comments for what you think I should do next week in 5 Ways to Die in Tekkit. What comes next? You decide!